Hello, my name is Nosahai Ekbon, and I am in the Curriculum and Instruction program with a specialization in Learning Design and Technology at the University of Houston. This is my literature review I did for my seminar in Learning Design and Technology course, and I decided to do my topic on digital storytelling and 21st century skills. And so the significance of this study is that by knowing what kind of skills students and learners develop with the use of digital storytelling, educators and instructional designers can know what to focus on when they are designing more resources and how they can use that to help current and future students and learners. And so, first of all, what is digital storytelling? Well, digital storytelling is the use of multimedia tools to create and convey a story. This can be as simple as recording a video on your phone and editing it and posting it online, or it could be as simple also as using a single image with some text over it and narrating over it with music in the background. That is a digital story. And so there are 7 elements to a digital story when you're creating one, and they are point of view, whose point of view is this from, a dramatic question, something to grab the audience's attention, emotional content, the gift of your voice, one of the most important parts, the power of the soundtrack, economy, how much is everything packed into that story, and pacing. And so when one is creating a digital story, you have to think about these 7 elements to make sure that you are getting yourself a successful digital story. These elements slightly differ when we're talking about digital storytelling in the educational field, because sometimes they can be more scientific, they can be more facts that you have to include in them. And so with digital storytelling, from research we see that there are certain skills that are developed. We will be focusing on research skills, writing skills, communication skills, and technology skills in this literature review. Starting with writing skills, studies showed that students were able to increase their level in literacies. In this kind of literacies, it's referring to technological, visual, media, and information literacies because of digital storytelling, because as students are more motivated to write and create their own story, they're able to learn and educate themselves more. And this is also a good medium to be able to use for students who may have a harder time with traditional writing, but using multimedia as an alternative can make students to be more motivated to actually write. With communication skills, in order to get a story across, well, one has to communicate. And so this helps students to put their thoughts together and think about how they can convey this message to the audience and how they can give it to them in a way that they'll understand it coherently. And so it improves their speaking skills, but as well as their interpersonal skills, because students are given a chance to express themselves, express their emotions, express who they are. And also in cases where they have to work with others in pairs or groups to create a story, they also have to share their stories with their members to be able to create that story. With technological skills, digital storytelling involves using technology to create a story. So it could be a phone, a microphone, a laptop, a software, camera, things like that. Students get to learn how to use them, or if a student already knows how to use this technology, those devices, they can even learn how to improve their skill set in that. But however, the limit with technology is that oftentimes there could be a lack of accessibility. And so not everybody will be able to have that chance to be able to improve their skills in the technological aspect, because not everyone can afford it. Sometimes people are not able to, don't have access to internet. Sometimes it's not ADA friendly for people who may need different kind of resources to be able to learn. And so this is one thing that the instructional designers and educators definitely have to keep in mind when creating technology for digital storytelling. And lastly are research skills, because Students will have to do some research, especially if it's an educational story, digital story they're working on. They have to learn how to give proper credit to the source of where they're getting their information from. And so this is an opportunity for students to learn about proper accreditation, as well as citation and how that is used, as well as learn about copyright infringement, copyrights, and what they can use freely and alter and what they can't use. There was a study on the effectiveness of digital storytelling in the classrooms, and in this study, students and teachers alike were given a task, and they were supposed to follow these 6 steps in order to create a digital story. These steps were brainstorm, storyboard, stretch the material, creating the digital story, editing and feedback, and then presentation and evaluation. What came about this was that the study showed that the student engagement levels were impacted based on their grade level and the task that they were appointed. So an example of this was that one of the class, they had a lot of fun with actually doing the editing part of the video, but they had to get more motivation from their teacher to actually do the storyboarding part. But in general, what the study showed was that this digital storytelling in the classroom helped with fostering collaboration, transforming learning, building digital literacy, and personalizing their learning experience. And so this is one of the evidence that shows us how helpful digital storytelling can be within the classrooms. And so digital storytelling has a long way to go in the educational field, but it has a lot of potential based off of what we've seen so far and how it helps to improve students' skill set. And so I hope as I continue to study this and we continue to learn about this, that we can see what other skill sets we can learn and also teach others with the use of digital storytelling in education. Thank you.